Friday. Hello. Yo, happy Friday. What's up, Kyber Tech? Woogie? Back again. I said I was going to do a flagship this week, but I've done most of it. We'll just wire up the board, but then move on to another saber that I've prepped up too. Yo, what's up, Jeff? Dude, I know. It's hot here too. It's over 100. It's supposed to be in the 110s next week. It was 101 today. Yo, what's up, Blues Bro? We can just we'll just dive right in. This week we're gonna finish up the flagship. I was gonna do the whole thing, but I got antsy, so I did a lot of prep work before this ever started. Let's see if I can get this closer. $101, yeah. Too hot. North Texas is no joke. It's hot everywhere. Usually I try to clean up my desk. I didn't even try this week. It looks clean right here, but off to the side, I've got a bunch of projects. This was the one that I was originally going to start from scratch today, but we'll just finish it up and wire up the board. This is going to get a Proffie install. I did etch the shrouds for him yesterday. So I don't know if those are showing up on camera. But I etched the shrouds, made a chassis to kind of match the etch. Putting in these brass rods. I've been doing these brass rods lately just to kind of mix it up and do a little something different that nobody else is doing. Sometimes it's hard to do stuff that no one else is doing, but this seems to be working for me right now. Just trying to play around with these accents a little bit. But obviously the chassis is in there already. Main switch. I JB welded this tactile switch in here yesterday, which is something I like to do for a little hidden auxiliary switch. So this could be a 2-button setup. That's something I do on every flagship. So nice and low profile, but easy to hit with your finger. As some of you guys know, because I've done flagships for some of you. Jeremy of Saber Merchant has sent me a chassis board and all the wiring bits I need to install my 01. Oh, sweet, Elvis. Well, good luck, man. Happy building. I'm sure you'll get it. No problem. Thanks, Chris. If by chance you need any help, let me know if I could help you, but I'm sure you'll get it on your own. You seem like a pretty resourceful guy. So we're going to wire this board up, get it all set off to the side. I've been starting, I started prepping this 89 Sabers MPP. And what started off was as a fairly simple install. It's going to get a little complex because now there's a 5-pixel strip over here. There's another 5 pixel strip under here. There's a Bluetooth in this area right here that I need to hook up. Yo, what's up, Gylo? Even pretty warm here in the UK. Oh, looks stunning. Hey, thanks, Gylo. Yeah, warm over there too. Just it is too hot everywhere. But this is the MPP, so I'm probably gonna finish this tonight because this flagship won't take long. And then if I get both of those done, and I'm still feeling like we want to keep going, I did this transfer for Cole today on his Saber. It's a good transfer, but I always have to go back and clean some things up, and that's just part of etching. But that's something I need to do. This is kind of like a Polynesian type design. I like the Polynesian stuff because there's just so much stuff there to work with. And shrouds. But yeah, I gotta do a lot of prep work on this guy to get it ready to etch. Rods would look good with a fallen V3. Yeah, they would if I get one in. Well, I will have one in actually from a guy named Artisan. And when I get that in, I'm not going to use my old fallen chassis design because I designed it so long ago that there's a lot of things I want to change. So I'm probably just going to start from scratch and design a new one because I can. Let's wire this board up. Got my solder. This shouldn't take long. Every time I say that, though, it does. Try to keep my eye on the comments. The Fallen V3 looks pretty cool. I like what they did with the pommel. I got one in the other day, didn't realize that it came that way. I thought the customer had done that to the pommel, but no, it comes like that. It looks really cool. It's got these hollow rods in it, so you can put an accent in the pommel area. They light up really nice. Oh, you got one, Chris? Yeah, so you know already. Very cool. I like the Fallen Saber. Every time I've done one for myself, I've ended up selling it, but it's a cool saber. Clean up the tip a little bit. Get this show on the road. There's one. Grab that and swing it over here. It can be difficult to hide the wires on this chassis. Flagship doesn't have a whole lot of room. So what I do is like the wires that I have to bring from the back forward, I just put them in some heat shrink. You can see that in there. And then I use some CA glue and I glue that heat shrink down in there so that by the time we're done, you won't see any of these wires. Try to keep it clean. Did you get just the half, Chris, or did you get both halves of your Fallen? That second half they came out with to attach to it looks really cool. There's two. All right. I'll do this one next. Hope everyone had a good 4th. We did over here. My daughter and I lit off a bunch of fireworks on the 3rd, and we had so much fun doing it. We went back and got more to light off on the 4th. Blow some stuff up. Yo, what's up? Happy Friday. You rock. It's a cool thing about living out in the country is we just shot them off from our driveway. Nobody cares. You know? I wasn't paying attention and I should have done this one first, but that's okay. We'll get it. I got too excited. Right in there. Right in there. Fold it over. Not into staffs really. Yeah, me either, man. It looks cool, but it's not a must-have for me. I had my SP Sabers Empress Regnant for the longest time, and I recently got rid of it too. I'm just not that into stabs either, so I get it. Yo, what's up, Albert? All you guys that know how to install can critique my technique. Probably do it the hard way. Yeah, I like putting these little brass rods in the chassis lately. I've got this Anti-Flex Elite chassis that I did that to today. I started two on one side. I haven't put them on the other yet. I'll have two more that goes right there. Switched up my chassis color too. I went for like a darker gray just to try a little something different. I've done so many of these that I just, it's cool, but I just get tired looking at it. So this one's slightly darker. Maybe that's picking up. I think this will look cool for a while. Nobody seems to really care what color I use as long as it's I do it right. So that's just for me. I've probably ever only had 3 people ever ask for a particular color chassis, which is fine. But other than that, just do what I do. Here's another one. Go digging. There. Go digging sometimes. Almost made a mom joke for Albert, but I'm going to give him a break. I do Baver the Disney Mall C. What? One more time, Chris. Shadow Staff. I don't know what that one is. I've got the Ventress staff coming to me from CC Sabers. He sent it off today so that I can make a chassis for it. That should be pretty cool. It's going to be tricky though. Off to watch a movie with the parents. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. My good friend Jeff. I've done a lot of Sabers for that dude. And blasters and all kinds of stuff, really. My Star Killer should be on its way to you. Can't wait. Oh, sweet. Yeah, from KY Sabers, he reached out to me and told me it was coming, and then like I think the same day, about 15 minutes later, you reached out to me as well. So yeah, I will definitely let you know as soon as that comes in. But uh, if you're keeping track of the tracking, reach out to me when you see that it gets here, just in case he doesn't put your name on it. But usually he's pretty good about labeling who it's for on the inside. I'll get confused sometimes because I'll do stuff for people on Facebook, but the name that they send it in, or they'll send the saber in their real name, but it's not their Facebook name, and so that can be confusing. I have one saber here right now. I have to sift through my messages and find out who it belongs to because it didn't have a name on it at all. It's a Saber Forge Bane, in case you're watching. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky design, man, because it comes open only in 3 parts, but the entire curved part of the chassis does not open. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Isn't the dude's name at KY Sabers, isn't his name Kevin? Am I getting that confused? When he messages me, it's in a different language. So I can't read it. I don't know what it said. We're friends on Facebook, but he's always posted memes, but it's in a different language, and so I laugh at it anyway, but I don't have any idea what it says. 2 wires left, and this we'll call this flagship history. Move on to the MPP. I'll program these tomorrow. Okay. Something similar to Rob Sorok's Bane chassis might work in the Ventress. Yeah. I have an idea in my head of what I want to do. I just got to make it work. The trickiest part is getting the curve right, and curve chassis throw me off a little bit anyway, but they have to be exactly right, and I don't have the CAD files, so I have to eyeball it. So it'll be a couple. I'll end up printing a couple revisions until I nail it down, but I think we'll be okay. There's the flagship. So on this guy, I like to glue the board down just a little bit. I won't do it unless I know that there's access to the micro USB and the SD card, which I know there is on this one because that's how I designed it. So because there is, we're going to glue it down. Loading this flagship. I don't understand the emoji. It's like my glue is, this bottle's almost getting ready to be thrown away. But I'll use it to the last drop because I'm cheap. Cole, I was showing your saber earlier. If I get to it tonight, I'm going to do some prep work on it. But here's the flagship. Try to hide all the wires. Do a little etched chassis. It says Smuggler's Outpost right here in Arabish. Solo Sabers over here for me. Edge shrouds. Thanks, Adriana. CC Sabers. I like using his PCBs. They're really cool. And then this customer sent me a leather wrap from Defcon Bird. So I wrapped his handle for him. And here we have it. Thanks, Skylo. Appreciate it, Titan. I am going to leave this handle off, though, and let this air dry because I found out the hard way when you use this glue, it's really good glue and it dries clear. But if you use it and then you enclose whatever it is you glued down and it can't breathe, it's going to leave a white film on it. So it's best to like leave this air dry as open as it can be for, about an hour or two before you close it in. If I were to put this handle on right now and come back an hour later, it would be all nasty and that would suck. So I'm going to put this over on my other side of my desk and we'll move over to the MPP. Here's your Saber coal. I might come over here and do some prep work to it tonight. Yo, what's up, Megtooth? Thanks, man. Here's my MPP chassis. And like I said, this started out as a simple build, but it got a lot more complicated because now there's 5 LEDs over here and a 5 LED strip. There's a 5 LED strip over here. I've got a small Bluetooth module in this area that I've got to wire up. Kill switch, 28 millimeter SO Elite, removable battery. So yeah, it's an eco chassis, but there's a lot going on with it. But before the stream, I wired up my switches, I wired up my PCB and put it in there. I always take this guy apart, come over here, and I like to re-drill and tap this for an 832 because I think it holds the PCB holder better than what's in there. And then I always come over here and while I'm in the garage and I pop this guy off and clean the inside on both sides with a Dremel because you can see PCB holder is right behind it, so a blade has to clear this nicely, and if you don't clean that properly, a blade gets stuck on it and it sucks. But this is all ready. Slide the chassis in it. If I have too many wires, I'll just take a piece of shrink tube. Yeah, hella blade depth, Cole. It's either put the PCB in front of this plastic thing, which I don't like to do because your blade retention is right here and right here, or put it right underneath it. So that's what I did. But yeah, hella blade depth in this. This is the 89 Megtooth. And I'll put this on, put all these wires in some shrink tubes so I could maneuver it around my Bluetooth module. Maybe. Too many wires. Need a bigger piece. Yeah, that's my one gripe about 89 Sabers is that I wish that it was a true 1 inch blade socket. I think it's like 0.99 inch or something like that, because I've got an old blade that's really sanded, and it's too loose for any other type of saber except for 89 Sabers. That's my test blade for 89 Saber stuff. I'm gonna put this in there. Slide this in. Make sure that's in line with the control box. And I have to remember what all those wires are. Let's put some chassis retention screws in here. Yeah, you got to sand like crazy. Jeremy and Meg 2 chatting. This is like the Sith Master Grand Council, but they aren't trying to off each other. Hey, no, man, that is Megtooth. I learned a hell of a lot from Megtooth's videos. In fact, that's how I learned how to do Proffie, is watching his videos. If you watch it and from start to finish, you'll know everything you need to know. From knowing nothing to knowing everything you need to know about doing Proffie. So thank you again, Tim. Throw some. My Allen set is old. I need a new one, but I get emotionally attached to my tools, as stupid as that sounds, and I don't like to get new tools because these tools have just been through so much with me. Usually one retention for your chassis is enough, but this has 4 holes. These grove screws are small. I'm just going to go ahead and put 4 in. You followed it step by step for your first saber. Yep, exactly. And you're able to do it, right? The internet is a wonderful thing for people who are willing to put the time in. My mom gets new tools all the time, though. Oh, that's rough. Dude, I just said earlier I was going to make a mom joke out of yours, and I said, no, I'm going to let you slide and give you a break. And here you are in the chat trolling. All right, there's my 4. I'm going to put these up before I spill them. Dozen installs in, E-Rock. That's what's up. Yeah, he fired the first shot, Gilo. I was letting him slide. Flores fires mom joke. Make sure all these are tight. All the retention screws are tight. The opposite of Albert's mom. So we're good to go there. Getting ready to do a 1 row close Graflex. Any advice? That would be my first build. What kind of board are you doing? What board did you decide to go with? Got him. First subboard, don't need anything too fancy. No, that's really cool, man. Just go slow, take breaks if you need to. You know, you don't have to get it all done in one sitting. Do a solder pad here and there, take a break, follow the manual to the T, pay attention to your wire gauges, have a good time with it. That's what it's all about, really, just having a good time with it. Verso's a great board. I haven't done that many. I think I've done maybe 3. They're a very good board. I'm doing everything but wiring up this board because of all these wires. I'm avoiding it. Okay. If I ignore it, it'll go away. Going to be using Jesse's new Bear font in that. Just watch Benji's demo. Oh yeah, I watched Benji's demo too. That is an amazing font package that Jesse just came out with for Kenobi. I've got it. It will be going on the Scrap Flex that Benji made me. He hasn't sent it to me yet though. Super excited. That is pretty much my collection. I have a few Canon Sabers. I've got a vintage Graflex. That was the first Saber I bought myself from money that I had earned in this hobby. So that one's pretty special to me. I've got a Romans MK1 with Rudy Chamber, although it's not installed. I just think that's a super dope saber to have. If you're a saber collector, it's a must. But other than that, it's stuff that has real sentimental value to me. Stuff I made or buddies made, or maybe different parts on the saber from different people that I know that have just come together and helped me build a saber. This is one of my favorite sabers. This is a Predator themed flagship that my buddy Carl Danby over at Bolts of Valhalla did for me. We actually traded work. So I installed some stuff for him. He did this for me. He's a really good friend of mine in this hobby, and I really like Predator. So this is one of my favorites. But I think I have to, I think I gutted the board because I do that sometimes with my own stuff. Oh no, it's still in there. That is a little bit of a shoddy install. I'm not going to lie. So I'm gonna take that out one of these days and redo it. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, that's rough, right? That's all right. We'll redo it. It's mine. I wonder if it still works. Still works. At least it still works. But there's wires galore in that thing. It looks like my board's popping up. Yeah, it's kind of rough. All right, I've been avoiding this MPP. Point the light over this way. There we go. Still installing my first Saber too, Joey. Definitely take your time with it. Hey, right on, Gylo. What are you installing? I always love it when people try it, or not try, but will, like when they install for the first time and then you get hooked and you keep going. I just think it's awesome. It's definitely something that you should try if that's what you want to do, or don't if you don't want to. It's a very satisfying feeling, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's crack open a Proffie bowl. You got that Predator font? Yeah, it's pretty dope, isn't it? Syndicate Sound Relics, I had commissioned him to make that Predator font for me, and he did, and then it went for sale after he made it. But then I don't think that is the particular font from Syndicate Sound Relics. I think that is a different one I got from just a member of the community who made one and sent it to me. I tried to pay him for it and he wouldn't let me pay him. It was a super cool dude. Is that the Apex from Repulse? Maybe. I don't know. I've got 3 different Predator fonts on that Saber. I've got a Syndicate one. I think I've got the Repulse, and then I've got the one that I was just talking about from someone who just made one and sent it to me. Not exactly sure which one of those it was. Yo, what's up, John? Okay, I really got to do this. It's not going to install itself, is it? I wish it would. Finished my wife's layer earlier this week and almost kept it. Dude. I saw that post, though, and it looked really nice. Congratulations. What do I want to do first? All right, we'll do this first. I'm going to try to keep my eye on the comments, but I have to make sure I don't mess this up too. I have made a mistake on one of these lives before, just because sometimes it could be a little too much going on. It was an easy fix though. She was really happy with it. That's what's up. Nothing like firing up your first build. Still remember. Yeah, absolutely. I gave my first build to my son, but he still got it. That's the Bluetooth. I don't want that. I'll take that one though. Probably should have left this upper shroud off until I was done wiring it up, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We're going to do this. Finally got off work early enough to join. Hey, what's up, Harrison? Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you spending your free time doing this. We got through a flagship, trying to get through this MPP. A lot of stuff going on with this MPP. This was one of those shove as much as you can into it. And I like those. They're challenging. Keep a little bit of that off to the side. Use that later. Wearing a Saber with a clamp is a PETA. Yeah. If I was a smart guy, which I'm not, I would have left this upper piece off until I was done, but It would take 2 minutes to take it off, but I like doing stuff the hard way. I'm nervous that Tim's gonna see my technique. Be like, what is this hack doing? Yep, exactly. It won't sit upright. You gotta work like you didn't drink your V8. Right? Half people in the comments don't even know that reference. Oh no. Let's do this one first. Old commercial. Kybertech. Hey, what's up, A? Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate the support. It's where you burn your fingers, but it has to be done. You got calluses on them anymore. I think we're gonna go that. I think we're gonna go at it this way. Here too. Yeah, showing our age, man, for sure. Yo, what's up, Brian? I'm going to send you my Electrum Zion that we talked about next week, probably Thursday or Friday. Awesome. Look forward to it. I've been loving using the wireless switch PCBs to get those to work with removable chassis. Shoot two on there. I use my soldering gun to shrink my shrink tube. Okay. Get all the power set up. And I'll probably drop back and start wiring some of these to the board and getting them out of my way. Put this one on there. Oops. Yo, what's up, Zach? On our way to go see the new Thor movie. Just stopping by to say hey. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping in, man, and commenting. Hope you guys have fun. My girls really aren't into movies at all. I don't like going by myself, so I usually have to wait till it comes out. Shamim style heat shrink. You know, I never saw any of his videos. Of course, I know who he is. Have a lot of respect for the dude. I just never saw any of his stuff. I came in as he was leaving. I haven't been here that long, probably 3 years or so. You saw it already, Cole? Yo, what's up, Mid-Ohio Jedi Order? Thor was amazing. I look forward to seeing it when I can. Let's get this power wire out of my way. Get some switch wires out of my way, so everything, it won't start looking so daunting. I don't really use my helping hands that much. If I'm wiring up a little NeoPixel or something like that, I'll do it, but most of the time I'll just balance stuff. Alright, we got that there. That's good. Bring this over. Get this out of the way. Yo, what's up, Gold Blooded? This is where I wish the Saber would stand up a little bit. There we go. ESB Vader, yeah. With some goodies, couple 5-pixel accent strip here and on the other side, and there's a Bluetooth module in here. So it'd be pretty cool. A little more than I would normally do on this guy, which is always fun to mix it up a little bit. I have a Saber Forge Saber coming that a customer wanted me to make. It's got 2 different windows, so the top window is going to be crystal, a light up crystal, and then the second window he wants a spinning plasma gate. I've only designed that once on my Star Killer, but not to the degree that he's wanting it. So that would be pretty fun too. Put that in there. Hold it down. Yes, Magtooth 3535. I like using these in the chassis. I know the light's making it hard to see, but you know what they look like. But yeah, try to keep a roll of these on my desk. Yeah, they go fast. I always just tell myself one wire at a time. Just worry about one wire at a time, and then before you know it, you only got a few. Man, I totally messed it up. I wasn't paying attention. Oh boy. Come over here and snip that. No biggie. I was looking back and forth in the comments and accidentally bridged my this wire here for my NeoPixel. I bridged it over to the activation pad. That's all right. I fixed it. Speaking of that, though, get these switch wires out of the way too while we're at it. Hey Jeremy, the Saber looks amazing, man. The fact that I actually get to watch you build it is icing on the cake. Oh yeah, I hope you got to see it. Let me grab it. I did most of it today because I got a little antsy, but but I'll do your programming this weekend. I did a little like etching on the chassis to make it match what I did for you on the shrouds. Activation, little hidden brass tactile back here for your auxiliary. Removable battery. Get the wrap on here that you sent. So it's all wrapped up, ready to go. Let's get these switch wires out of the way. Here. To do something I don't typically do because I accidentally soldered that pad earlier. It's okay, we'll get it. There we go. One day I'd love to get a Saber installed by you. Your work is always incredible. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm always here. If you come across something that you feel is right, just reach out to me. Facebook is best. I do try to answer messages on Instagram. I'm not that good at it though. I try. I do try, but Facebook, I'll see it right away. Heat the pad, poke it through. Yep. I don't typically do it that way, but like I said, I wired to that pad accidentally a second ago, so we had to go that route. Or when using a used board, that's pretty much every pad, because I don't clean it with a solder sucker. I just make sure it's clean and then do my thing with it. I have a board right here I've been saving from my personal Sabers will always get used boards because I won't send used boards out into commission. That's just sloppy, right? But I use a used board on my own stuff. Every one of these pads will be a heat and push. Forgot to have you put Benji's free sound font on my free sentence. I don't know if I have it. I'm sure I have it laying around. He would send it to me though. All I had to do was ask. Okay. We got the switches. We got the power. Let's get the main data out of the way. One less thing to worry about. I would like a 3-foot long chassis with 15 crystal chambers. Um, hey, if you want to pay for it, I think we could do it. It's not going to look very good, and it won't turn on for long. We can make it happen. All right, now I gotta. Let's do my accent strips so I can get those out of the way. I got my little resistor right over here. Those over here. Here. 6 batteries. Yeah, 621-700s. It could be done. 15 crystal chambers. Seen people use more blade styles than that. Need some new tweezers too, but I really like these tweezers. Emotional attachment to these tweezers too. Triple 26 650s, yeah. All right. Really looking forward to being off this diet so I can learn 3D printing without wanting to burn the world down. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it can be rough for sure, but don't give up on it. Once you get it, it'll click. Finicky machines. Did you get the glass bed we were talking about? And the silicone springs? Yeah, you'll be in the 3-foot chassis business. I just went to a different chassis color. I'm using this cement gray now. I think it looks a little cooler than, well, it doesn't look cooler, it just looks different than what I've been using. I've been using space gray. This is just a little darker. Print's really nice. This is an Anti-Flex Elite. All right on, you got them both. Those will help you a ton. The silicone springs are a little finicky to put on, but once you got them on, you're good to go. I've leveled each of my printers. I've got 3. I've got 3 FDM printers. I've leveled each of them once with the silicone springs, and I've never had to do it again. Thanks, Cole. Yeah, I'm trying to do a little something different than what everybody else is doing. Chassis can start looking the same, except for Benji's doing some badass chassis. I really enjoy watching what he comes up with, but I can't, obviously I wouldn't even want to do what he's doing. So I had to figure out a different way to mix it up. Let's throw this resistor on there. Shrink tube. I know I have some floating around here somewhere. Whoop, Am I veering off from the camera? You guys still see what I'm doing? Hey, what's the best way to get a 3D print metal chassis that's better than Goth 3 Designs? Design it. Rick Ryo over there at Goth 3 Designs, he does some really good work. I don't know if you're going to get better, you can get different, but you would, teach yourself how to design it. And then you can get it. You don't have to get it printed through Shapeways. There's a ton of printing services out there. I use Jaws Tech. It's cheaper. You can print in a multitude of different materials. I'm assuming you meant cheaper and not better. I don't know. Maybe you did mean better. Yeah, just design something, man. It's not really to your liking there. Let's get that tucked in there. Let's get these speaker wires in. And then we can wire up the Bluetooth. Possibly Goth 3 Designs, that is just some incredible designing that he's doing. Intricate stuff, and hope I'm on that level someday. I try, my main focus is, if I make a design, is the installability, and then the looks of it is kind of secondary for me. The first priority for me is as easy of an install as possible. Is there anyone that does 1 inch? 1 inch what? Chassis? Yeah, there's a bunch. Albert Flores could probably help you out. Figure out where I'm putting this Bluetooth on my trusty Matt. I don't do Bluetooth a lot, so I don't know it by memory. Okay. All right, I got it. Twist them. This white one over. Three. I was waiting for the mom joke there. I'm having an MW3 with a Master Elite chassis delivered on Monday. I'm very excited. Oh, right on, dude. Mace Windu. Mace Windu, am I right? I just did a Mace Windu Master chassis. Those are really fun. They come out looking really nice. Congrats. Who did it for you? Or are you doing it yourself? You even said Albert. Okay. Where's the next one go? There. It goes there. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of wires into this board. Yeah, I was thinking Call of Duty too. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Geo, yeah, maybe. If you want to, man, I can try to plan on doing it next week. I have to design a chassis for it, but that shouldn't be too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move that out of the way. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Count that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Moving over to the next side of the board. Second one in. Just wait for the Summon Chambers V2 hilts to start coming your way. They look amazing. Are you talking about the Anti-Flex Elites? Never like to say there's only one more wire left. Because if you do, something will mess up. But I'm almost done. So many wires I tried and took away. Yeah, I tried to leave myself a nice little cubby under the board. I think I'll be okay. Luckily, this Sabers handle ID gives you a lot of room to mess with, so it wasn't too bad. So we can come over here and make sure everything looks good. Tuck it all in. Like that. This board will get glued down. I'm not going to glue it right now, but what I will do is use a little bit of E6000. Just put a little bit of E6000 on the board. That way, if I happen to make a mistake, I can pull it up if I need to. Normally, I would just glue it right down, but because I've been chatting while I've been doing this, I probably better use some E6000 just in case. Hold it there for a second. Bada bing, all done. But as you know, Tim, I haven't programmed it yet, so. And you were right on some Sabers. I do have a config that I've already done up, and I use. But sometimes you get all the unique ones that you got to do as they come in. Vader Hill, yo, what's up, Mike? Yes, sir, Vader Hill. Trying to hold this down with this E6000. It'll look better when my finger's not on it, but. Yo, happy Friday, Spencer. We got some LEDs in here. Though I did wire these together. So these 5 LEDs here, this LED strip, and this LED strip over here, I wired them together so they'll act the same. Yes, they're going on. I just haven't done it yet, and I always have to look that up because I forget the orientation. So I got yelled at one time, so I just make sure I look it up. Thank you, Cole. That is absolutely not wanting to stay down because of all that, all the wiring under there. So what I'll do, I got this art tape right here. And I got this tape right here. I'm just going to make a little ugly little thing real quick. Cheap plastic when it came off in '89, horrible. Oh yeah, I know. Those are actually the ones that are going on this one too, just because that's what he sent with it. That's what he likes. But I won't glue them in. So he wants to pop them out and put something proper in there. Just make this spacer like this. That looks ridiculous, but that will hold the board down until that E6000 kind of cures. So don't judge me. I cut it with my teeth too, man. Actually, I'm gonna keep this tape out because this is how I prep an etch, or the shots for an etch. This is pretty much done. This is done, except for programming. Some wires pop in here. So far we made it through a flagship and an MPP. Not too bad for an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to switch gears and prep this etch. Handle off. And take the shroud off too. No, I usually take Saturdays off, Cole. I appreciate that. I do take Saturdays off. I try to take Sundays off, but it never really works out that way. One of the setbacks of actually enjoying what you do is that it's hard to pull away from it sometimes because I do very much enjoy what I do, so it doesn't seem like work. But we can get this prepped anyway, and then the prepping is the most tedious part. The transfer of the pattern on to the metal is the most difficult part. The actual etch doesn't take long at all. Once I go in the garage, and I have an etch station in the garage that's dedicated to just that, but once I set up my liquids and stuff, that only takes like 10 minutes. And then the actual etch process probably only takes me about 5 to 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes of 10 15 minutes of cleanup and polishing, because I like to put a light polish on this after I etch it. We're already over the hard stuff. I'll put all this in the box. I saw your chassis that came with the Sabers. Pretty cool, man. Yo, what's up, Space? I might be a bit younger. I don't know. I'm 42. I just turned 42. But this is a pretty cool chassis, Cole. I hope that it didn't come with battery tabs or anything because I didn't see that in the box. Just so you're aware. Not, I can look again, but I don't think that I saw any battery tabs in the box. What's up, Isaac? Oh, you guys, you missed it. We went through 2 Sabers. I'll grab them. Started off with this Flagship. Got this all nice and installed. All right on, dude. I'm glad that it didn't and that I didn't lose them. And then we got this MPP. Don't pay any attention to my tape. I'm just holding the board down until that E6000 cures. But then after that, that's what we got. Thanks, man. Fully enclosed speaker on this one. That should be pretty loud. Appreciate it, fellas. Thank you. Thank you, Space. Make Tooth. Okay. Switching gears way to the right. Gonna get an acrylic pen. Got my acrylic pen here. Got some black nail polish left over from my goth days. I'm going to tape the inside of this shroud so it doesn't get etched. Yes, sir. This is Cole's Valkyrie. Oh yeah, the blue look. Yeah, this is just the transfer. It is pretty cool though. If it would stay on, it would rub off eventually. It's pretty robust, but if you ding it or anything like that, it'll come off. Tape of these shrouds, man. You threw all your black nail polish out. Not me. I kept all my black nail polish in my Janko jeans. A little awkward to get tape in there, but you get it. Kept the makeup though. You got me there. Can wire about 50 wires to the back underside of a Proffie board, but I got trouble putting on this piece of tape. Making blades at the moment, kicking off the weekend. Dude, I'm gonna have to get a blade from you one of these days. Really want a Space Windy blade. Come on, baby. There we go. I'm sure they are, Brian. Yeah. And make sure I get all the inside. Miss that little piece right there, so I'll put a piece of tape right there. But other than that, oh yeah, right here too. Okay. 2 more pieces. You sending your Valkyrie once you get the etching and powder coating done? Right on, man. Right on. That looks pretty good, except for that one little piece I missed. Right here. Yeah. Now the inside's all taped up. Sometimes on a shroud, I take my X-Acto knife and I cut off all this excess all around it in the shape of the shroud. But because this is one solid piece, I think I'm just going to leave it on there. But I will go through and have to paint the perimeter of all this shroud with that black nail polish so it doesn't get etched. No, I don't know if I want to do that right now. That's a lot of work. I'm going to put that off to the side. Acrylic pen is to go through and touch up any places that it didn't transfer, but this is a really good transfer. This was the 3rd transfer I did on this handle. The first 2 weren't very good, but then I went and did the prep work that I should have done to begin with, and then it came out really nice. I think I do want to close up this line though. Just like that. All the way down. And actually, this is probably all I'm going to do this tonight because I'm kind of pooped. I don't want it, can't rush this. We make mistakes on any of it, really. Shouldn't rush it. This is it's a black acrylic pen space. So the acrylic paint will hold up to the acid. So if I, on here, if you can see there's some spaces here on these pieces that that the transfer didn't transfer properly. So I'll go through and I'll color it with my acrylic pen so that it won't get etched. And that's pretty typical, right? Stuff like that, if you can see that. So I'll spend some time going through here and marking this stuff up. And then the black nail polish is for big areas, all around the perimeter of the shroud so that it doesn't get etched because that's going to look weird, right? It's just kind of sloppy. So I'll do that. And then on this, I just closed up that line down the middle. So it looks like a solid pattern going all the way down. And then I'm not going to worry about this piece or this piece because downstairs I have balloons, and I'll put a balloon over here and it will be nice and tight, and so no liquid will get through. And I'll do the same on this piece. I'll put the mouth of a balloon over it, and it will keep that nice and clean, and it'll also keep the inside of the saber clean, which is super important. Send this to Cole with a bunch of etched crap inside the saber. How long does it take to do something this complex? What I want etched is stunning, but not as detailed as this one. It just depends on my list, on my commission list. When I get your saber, nobody's really waiting longer than 2 weeks for me to get done with their saber. If they've waited longer than 2 weeks, it's because I've got two Luke moms here. This is one of them right here. It's got a bad helper board, and it's kind of a known issue. So I reached out to Adam at Veracity Labs because I know him a little bit, and he was kind enough to say he'd send me two new helper boards. So that it's this one and another one, and that's the only thing that these are waiting on. The red LED is not working on this helper board, which makes me sad. But yeah, minus stuff like that comes up, nobody really waits longer than 2 weeks for me to do anything that they send in. Don't bust a shadow puppet. No, keep it clean. That's what I was telling Cole. The prep work on an etch is what takes the longest if you do it right, because you got to make sure you get every nook and cranny. Anyways, that was pretty much it for me, guys. We did 2 sabers. We attempted to do some prep work on this etch, but I'm just too tired. So I think I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys had fun watching me do those sabers, and I'll see you again next week. All right? You guys have a good weekend. Later.